Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel and back to another Black Desert Online video. Real quick, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, hit that little bell icon so you get notified when new videos pop up, and feel free to leave a comment in the comment section down below of any videos you would like to see or any topics you would like for me to cover. So today's video is going to be on a common topic that's talked about all the time in server chat and forums across the board, and that is whether or not BDO or Black Desert Online is pay to win. Now, this will depend on your definition of pay to win. And also, before we even get into this, feel free to leave your comments in the comment section down below. This is simply going to be my opinion of whether or not the game is pay to win, but please feel free to leave yours, just keep it civil. Now, in the most traditional cut and dry technical sense, is BDO pay to win? The technical answer is yes, if your pockets are deep enough. Now, I went through the marketplace just a few minutes ago and looked at what it would cost for me to get a full pin set of gear for my main. And this was using like basilisk belts, crescent rings, not the most expensive stuff. And the total silver that it would require for me to buy full pin off of the marketplace would be 373.2 billion silver. Now, as we all know, you can buy certain items off the marketplace like value packs and outfits, premium outfits, or just pieces, and sell them on the marketplace for silver. So technically, you can swipe your credit card and sell the item and get in-game money for it. Now, if you were to simply spend money in order to buy these outfit packs and sell them on the marketplace at 335 million silver, which is what they sell for currently, then you would need to buy 1,114 of these premium outfit boxes to list on the marketplace. Now, they go for about $34 US per box. So in order to spend enough money to straight up buy the silver, it would cost you around $37,877 US. And then on top of that, you can only sell 30 items to, I think, a total of 40 items, depending on your family fame, per week from the Pearl Shop on the marketplace. So most people are probably below the 4,000 mark. So you would be at 30 items sellable per week, which would take you approximately 37 weeks to sell enough of the boxes to get the silver to completely pin out your character. So is it technically possible to pay to win and get a full set of pin gear with real money? Yes, it is, if your pockets are deep enough. The average player is probably not going to go and spend almost 38 grand to just have a full pin set of gear so that he can wreck people in a video game. Now, I do remember seeing a video at one point of a guy that had pretty much dropped over 6 figures in the game to pay to win it. So is it possible, and are there probably people with that much disposable income playing the game? Absolutely. But for the most part, it's not going to be feasible for the average player. Now, feel free to leave your comments in the comment section down below, but in my opinion, the game is more pay for convenience or pay to progress faster, if you will. Now, I'm going to talk about some different items, and I've kind of ranked them in like most pay to win items down to, kind of necessary items that you should have if you play the game on a regular or consistent basis. Now, this is just my opinion. If I miss anything or you think something else should be added in there, leave it in the comments and just kind of explain why you think that, so that other people can look at it and kind of form their opinion and get your take on things as well. Now, starting with the most pay-to-win items or pay-to-win things in the game, obviously we have buying outfits to sell for silver or to melt them down for cron stones to do safe enhancements for pin attempts on weapons and armor instead of farming the silver up to buy cron stones. Now, this is, in my opinion, the most pay-to-win thing you can do in the game, and most people will agree with that. as far as selling the outfits for silver. Buying them off the marketplace to melt them down for cron stones can, in a way, still be considered like pay for convenience, so you don't have to take the extra time to farm up, like 2-3 billion silver or something like that to buy enough crons. I personally have just been banking a ton of my crons from RNG boxes. I have not yet made any pin attempts, but hopefully that will start sometime in the near future for me. Let me know what you guys think about that one, and if you guys have ever done it, and is it really like a necessary thing? Do you feel like it's pay to win? Just let me know. The next thing that I categorize as one of the more pay to win quote unquote items is going to be worker lodging and warehouse storage slots. These items give you somewhat of a distinct advantage over people who use their contribution for those additional slots as opposed to buying them, because the less contribution you obviously have tied up in storage and worker lodging, the more contribution you can have spread around throughout the map, gathering resources or with crafting set up so that you're producing items to sell. Now, I have honestly bought a bunch of storage and a bunch of worker slots. I've been playing the game off and on for a few years now, and I typically tried to buy them on sale, but I have bought them. It is what it is. It definitely makes it a lot more convenient, and it makes it easier to get more resources coming in. Now, I have also, in my opinion, categorized inventory slots in this as well, simply because AFK fishing and grinding, especially in areas that they don't have a lot of heavy loot, the more inventory slots you have, the more money you're going to make without having to leave the grind zone to go empty your inventory. Or as well with AFK fishing, the more fish you're going to be able to hold, therefore the more money you will make AFK. Now, I know there are quests in the game to get more inventory slots, but there's not enough quests in the game to open up every single inventory slot that you can possibly have on your character, which is kind of why I put it up here. Now, inventory slots are not expensive in the marketplace, and they usually go on sale several times a year. So if you do, play the game a bunch, then it may be worth picking up. I've picked them up on my main fishing toon and on my main character that I grind with over the years. But I do kind of still rank it up here because, obviously, especially with fishing and AFK money, like you'll make so much more money than people that do not have the extra inventory spaces. And the last one, in my opinion, that I put in this category is the big one for life skillers, gatherers in particular, which is going to be the hedgehog. Now, currently, I believe the only way to get the hedgehog is in one of the welcome packs, which is like $34 or $37, like 3,700 pearls in the marketplace. But this pet does give you extra resources whenever you gather. So obviously, especially if you're a high level gatherer, you will be pulling in a lot more resources with the hedgehog, especially if you've managed to pick up enough to level it up than someone who's not using one at all while they gather. The next category that I'm going to talk about is the mid-tier, or what I consider like the pay for convenience items. Now, I have actually bought every single one of these over the years because they do make it a lot more convenient whenever you're playing the game, and they do help out a lot, especially for players that don't get as much game time as other ones. Now, the first thing on this list is going to be the campsite, which, depending on how you want to look at it, you could kind of roll it into like the top tier as well. But the campsite obviously allows you to repair your gear. So if you're out in a more remote area, you don't have to travel to do that. And if you have the secret book of old moon rolling, you can buy your villa buffs without having to go to the villa, pay the invitation, and then get the buff from them and then run to your grind zone. That's like probably one of the most inconvenient things to do in the game, especially if you are not grinding out in Valencia. The next thing we're going to talk about in this tier is the outfits. Your cook's clothes, your alchemy clothes, processing clothes, the maid butler outfit, your trainer's clothes. Those are big ones for convenience, increasing your cooking and alchemy speed. And the maid and butler is a big one for processors and traders, allows you to process directly from your warehouse so that you don't have to keep the items in your inventory, and you're able to process a lot more before you become overweight. And then obviously the trainer's clothes, the riding attire gives you 20% more mount EXP, which Just helps you level up horses faster if you're into the horse training. Now, I also put the Secret Book of Old Moon and the Blessing of Kamasilv in this category because they do give you combat EXP, skill EXP, life EXP, allow you to change your skills around at will, and also gives you energy recovery and 20% drop rate if you have both of them, as well as the Secret Book allows you to, once again, buy your Villa Scrolls directly from your campsite if you have it. So it kind of goes hand in hand with that one. And then I also threw in the extra pearl shop, the extra weight limit into this one as well. It's not really super necessary because of how much you can overstack your horse with trash loot, but it does make it a lot more convenient to not have to run to your horse as much when you're out somewhere grinding. And the last two items that I kind of want to talk about are more what I consider necessary in the game. The first one being pets. Like, you can get pets in the game, but you're going to need to level them up because eventually your AP is going to get to the point where the pets can't keep up with you and your grinding is going to be super, super inefficient. So pets I kind of put under the necessary category, like especially starting out. Like, I would go ahead and just buy like $40-$50 worth of pearls and just go ahead and get you 5 pets. Just try to make sure they're all the same type. That way when you go to level them up, you don't have to worry about having to mix and match pets to do it. And the other thing is going to be your value pack. That is basically sort of like your monthly subscription to the game. Now, it's not 100% necessary, and when you first start playing the game or you're a returning player, I believe you get like 3 weeks or maybe it's 30 days total while you're on the Olvia servers. I can't remember what it's at this point, of value pack, which the main purpose of it is obviously the inventory space, and then as well as the extra money that you get back from the marketplace from taxes with the value pack versus not having it. If you don't have it, I believe they take 30% tax versus 15%. So when you're selling your items on the marketplace, you will definitely get a lot more back with the value pack. Well, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Go ahead and leave your comments in the comment section. Tell me what you guys think. Is BDO pay to win? Is it pay for convenience? Let me know your opinion. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and hit that little like button as well as the bell icon so you get notified when I post new videos. And let me know if there's any particular videos that you guys would like to see, and I will work on making that happen for you. I hope you guys have a great day.